but I've picked Bega as the stock of the day. Released a trading update for FY23 after the bell yesterday, flagging a number of business disruptions, including surging input costs as competition for Aussie milk supplies intensify and farm gate prices rise. Bega says milk prices will likely be 30% higher in 2023 and weigh on the company's performance. Normalized earnings are expected to come in between $160 and $190 million. Shares have been coming under pressure in recent months, and continuing on today, down a further 4%. So what do our experts think? Okay, I'm going to start with you, Carl. We can talk about the fundamentals, but Bega does say that it will be putting its prices up. What is the trend telling you about Bega?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll let maybe Josh speak to the fundamentals, and at the end of the day, people look at that announcement and some people go, well, that's okay, it's not as bad as I thought. Some people look at it and say, well, that's terrible. At the end of the day, if they own the stock, they're going to go to the market. They're going to make a decision, go to the market and become part of supply. If they don't own the stock, well, they're holding cash by definition, and they can go to the market, become part of demand, take the other side of that equation. And when you put all that supply and demand together, you get the price. And as the balance between that demand and supply changes over time, the price is going to move. Obviously, excess demand, prices are going up. That's my dark green zones, light green zones. Demand and supply roughly equal. The balance, the earnings outlook is fairly balanced. You're going to get flat prices, orange on my traffic light system. And then when there's excess supply, because the outlook isn't so good, people want to get out. People and other people don't want to get in, you're going to get the pink zones. And that's what I'm seeing on Bega, unfortunately. So a very well-established long-term downtrend. Short-term downtrend is accelerating, if anything, to the downside after today's response, which is a negative response to that announcement. There's a little bit of buy coming in around about that 320 level, but not enough for me to say, hey, rush out there and try and bottom pick this one or bargain hunt this one. And I think that's a really dangerous thing to do in any bear market, this one in particular. Buy, hold, sell. If I didn't have it, no, it's not a buy, and it is so far away from being a buy because I need to see white candles come in. This is all black candles. I need to see high peaks and higher troughs. This is all lower peaks and lower troughs. I need to see the moving averages turn around. These moving averages are well entrenched to the downside. So it's not a buy if you don't have it, and if you've got it, I've got to look at that trend and I've got to say there's got to be something out there better to do with your money. We'll talk about a few later on in today's session. So I'm going to go sell.
Got it. Thank you. Josh, is this looking like good value? It's got great brands in many people's pantries.
Yeah.
We knew that there was going to be an input cost problem, but Bega is saying that it will be able to pass on prices.
Yeah, look, today's, last night's announcement kind of just reaffirmed a lot of the issues that have been going on with the company, that they're still continuing. So came on the show probably about 6 or 7 weeks ago now, I think, and basically spoke about it being a sell, and obviously the market's off in that time. But the main reason was that I didn't like the fact that management were continuing to blame and talk quite negatively about the environment that their company's in. So not a great sign. And lo and behold, the first sentence of this announcement is COVID, floods, Ukraine, and lockdowns in China. So, management's not too confident on their own business at the moment. So I don't think you want to be stepping into this one. I'd still reiterate a sell. Once a stock breaks those lows, it can continue to accelerate to the downside. And that's just the sentiment that's going on right now in the market. And it definitely can occur with individual stocks at the moment as well.
Got it. Okay, so that is a sell across the board for Bega Cheese.